welcome back to our podcast. We're really happy that you are here with us again today. How are you feeling right now? Maybe a little tired, maybe not very motivated, and maybe you don't feel like doing anything.
If that is you, then this episode is perfect for today.
Yes, today's topic is the power of doing things even when you don't feel like it. This is something everyone faces, even confident people, even successful people.
That's true. Many people think successful people always feel motivated, but that is not real life.
Exactly. Sometimes we wake up and feel ready to work, but sometimes we wake up and think, I don't want to do anything today.
And that feeling is normal. We are human. Our energy changes, our mood changes.
So the big question is this: should we only act when we feel motivated?
If we do that, we will not act very often.
That's honest.
Motivation is not stable. It comes and goes. If we wait for motivation, we lose many opportunities.
So today we want to talk about discipline. But don't worry, we will explain it in a simple way.
Yes, discipline sounds like a hard word, but actually it just means doing what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it.
I like that definition. Doing what you said you would do.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever planned to exercise in the evening, but when the evening comes, you feel too tired?
Many times. I tell myself in the morning, tonight I will exercise. But at night, I just want to lie down.
Exactly. In that moment, you have two voices in your head. One voice says, rest, you deserve it. The other voice says, you promised yourself.
And usually the first voice is louder.
Yes, because it wants comfort. Our brain loves comfort.
That is important. Our brain wants to save energy. It wants easy things.
Right. That's why scrolling on the phone feels easier than studying.
So if our brain prefers comfort, how can we still take action?
We need to understand one key idea. Action creates motivation, not the other way around.
That sounds powerful. Say that again in simple words.
We don't act because we feel motivated. We feel motivated because we act.
So, if I don't feel like studying, I should still start studying for a few minutes.
Yes, start small, maybe just 5 minutes.
That sounds familiar from our last episode.
Exactly. Small actions work here too.
Let's give a real example. Imagine you don't feel like cleaning your room. What can you do?
Tell yourself, I will clean for only 5 minutes. Set a timer.
And after 5 minutes,
You can stop, but many times you will continue because starting is the hardest part.
that's true. The hardest moment is before we begin.
Yes, when we think too much, the task looks bigger than it really is.
So, overthinking makes simple tasks feel heavy.
Exactly. But when you start, you realize it's not that bad.
I want to ask something honest. Is it bad to rest when we don't feel like doing something?
Good question. No, it's not bad. Rest is important, but we must be honest with ourselves. Are we resting because we are truly tired or because we are avoiding something uncomfortable?
That's a strong question. Sometimes we say, I'm tired, but actually we're just lazy.
Or afraid. Sometimes we avoid tasks because we are afraid of failing.
Ah, that is deeper. So, I don't feel like it can hide fear.
Yes, fear of making mistakes, fear of not being good enough.
So, when we act even if we don't feel like it, we are also facing our fear.
Exactly. And every time we face fear, we become stronger.
That connects to confidence again.
Very much. Discipline builds confidence. When you see that you can act without motivation, you trust yourself more.
So, the power is not only finishing the task, the power is proving to yourself, I can do hard things.
Yes, that sentence is very important. I can do hard things.
Let's pause for a second. Think about one thing you have been avoiding this week. Just one.
It might be homework, a phone call, cleaning, exercising.
What if, after this episode, you just do it for 5 minutes?
Not 1 hour, not perfectly, just 5 minutes.
That small action can change your whole day.
And maybe even your whole mindset.
In this episode, we will explore how to build this habit step by step.
And how to stay consistent even on low energy days.
Because real growth does not happen only on good days.
It happens on normal days and even on bad days.
So stay with us. Let's go deeper into this powerful idea together. In the first part, we said something important. Action creates motivation. Now I want to go deeper. Why do we often wait to feel ready before we start?
I think we confuse feelings with decisions. We think we must feel good first, and then we act.
But feelings change all the time.
Exactly. If we only act when we feel excited, we will be very inconsistent. Some days we do a lot, some days we do nothing.
That sounds very familiar.
Yes, so instead of asking, "Do I feel like it?" we can ask, "Is this important for my future?"
That is a powerful shift from feelings to values.
Right. For example, maybe you don't feel like studying tonight, but you value education. You value improvement.
So even if the feeling says no, your values say yes.
Exactly. And discipline means choosing your values over your mood.
That sounds strong, but also a little difficult.
It is difficult at first, but like a muscle, it becomes stronger with practice.
So how can we practice this in daily life?
Start with very small commitments. For example, I will read 1 page before sleeping. Not 10 pages, just 1.
And even if I feel tired, I still read that 1 page.
Yes, because the goal is not the page. The goal is building the identity of someone who keeps promises.
Identity, that's interesting.
When you act consistently, you start to see yourself differently. You think, I am a person who finishes what I start.
And that changes your confidence.
Very much. Confidence grows when your actions match your words.
I want to talk about something real. Sometimes when I don't feel like working, I check my phone just for 5 minutes, but 5 minutes becomes 30 minutes.
That happens to many people. The phone gives quick pleasure. It's easy and comfortable.
So how can we stop that habit?
Make the good action easier and the bad action harder.
Can you explain that simply?
Sure. If you want to study, put your phone in another room. Open your book first. Reduce distraction before you start.
So we design our environment.
Yes, discipline is not only about willpower, it is also about smart setup.
That makes it less stressful.
Exactly. You don't need to fight yourself all the time.
I like that idea. Make the right choice easier.
And remember, doing something when you don't feel like it does not mean forcing yourself to suffer. It means choosing long-term benefit over short-term comfort.
Long-term benefit over short-term comfort. That is the key.
Yes. Every time you choose the long-term benefit, you invest in your future self.
And your future self will thank you.
Definitely.
So maybe today we don't need strong motivation, we just need one small decision.
One small decision that says, my future matters.
I really like that sentence.
Me too.
At the moment, we already talked about choosing long-term benefit over short-term comfort. Now I want to ask something practical. What do we do on really bad days? Days when energy is very low and everything feels heavy.
That's very real. On bad days, the goal should change.
Change? How?
Instead of aiming for high performance, aim for minimum action.
Minimum action. I like that phrase.
For example, if your normal goal is to study for 1 hour, on a bad day, maybe you study for 10 minutes.
So we lower the target, but we don't stop completely.
Exactly. The key is to keep the habit alive.
Because if we stop completely, it becomes harder to restart.
Yes, habits are like a chain. Every day you act, you add one link. Even a small link is important.
That image is very clear. We protect the chain.
Right. And this also protects our identity. We still see ourselves as someone who shows up.
Even if the effort is small.
Yes, effort can be small, consistency must stay.
I think many people quit because they think, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all.
That is the all-or-nothing mindset. It is dangerous.
So discipline is not about being extreme, it's about being steady.
Very steady, calm and steady.
Let's talk about emotions again. When we don't feel like doing something, what emotion is usually there?
Sometimes it's boredom, sometimes fear, sometimes laziness.
And sometimes we don't even know the emotion. We just feel resistance.
Yes, resistance is the right word.
So instead of fighting resistance, what can we do?
We can say, okay, I feel resistance, but I will start anyway.
That sounds simple, but powerful.
It is like training your brain. You teach it that feelings are not commands.
Feelings are not commands. That's important.
Yes, feelings give information, but they don't control your decisions.
I want to give an example. Imagine you need to make an important phone call, but you feel nervous.
Many people delay those calls.
Yes, they think about it all day and the stress grows bigger.
But if you just count 3, 2, 1 and press call, the fear often decreases after you start speaking.
So action reduces anxiety.
Often, yes. Waiting increases anxiety. Acting reduces it.
That's very practical advice.
Thank you.
So on bad days, we produce the goal, we accept the feeling, and we take one small step anyway.
Exactly. That one step keeps momentum alive.
And slowly, we become the type of person who acts even without motivation.
And that is real power.
We just said something very important. Feelings are not commands. I want to stay with that idea a little longer. Why do we give our feelings so much control?
Because feelings are strong. They feel urgent. When you feel tired, your body says, stop. When you feel bored, your mind says, find something fun.
So feelings speak loudly.
Yes, but they are temporary. That is the key.
Temporary, meaning they change.
Exactly. The feeling you have right now may be different in 1 hour.
That's true. Sometimes I feel lazy in the afternoon, but later at night I feel productive.
That shows that feelings move like waves. They rise and fall.
So if we make decisions based only on feelings, our life will move up and down like waves too.
Yes, but if we make decisions based on plans and values, our life becomes more stable.
That sounds calm and mature.
It takes practice.
Let's talk about routines. Do routines help when we don't feel like doing something?
Very much. A routine reduces decision-making.
How?
If you always study at 7 p.m., you don't ask yourself every day, should I study today? It's already decided.
So you remove the daily debate in your head.
Exactly. Less debate means less stress.
I like that. Sometimes the debate is more tiring than the task.
That's very true.
So maybe one solution is to create a simple routine for important tasks.
Yes, keep it realistic, not too long, not too hard.
And what if we break the routine one day?
Then we return the next day. No drama, no self-hate.
That's important. Many people miss one day and think, I failed.
Missing once is normal. Quitting completely is the real problem.
So discipline is not about being perfect every day?
It's about returning again and again.
I want to talk about self-respect. Is there a connection between discipline and self-respect?
Yes, a strong connection. When you act, even if you don't feel like it, you show respect to your goals and to yourself.
Because you believe your future is important.
Exactly. You say, my dreams matter more than my temporary mood.
That's a powerful mindset.
And over time, this builds quiet confidence, not loud confidence. Quiet strength.
Quiet strength. I like that.
It's the strength of someone who shows up even on normal days.
So maybe the real power is not in big motivation speeches.
It's in small daily actions done consistently.
Even when we don't feel like it.
Especially when we don't feel like it.
That's the moment that really shapes our character.
Yes, those small moments decide who we become.
We've talked about feelings, discipline, routines, and small actions. Now I want to bring everything together. What really changes when we start doing things even when we don't feel like it?
The biggest change is inside us. Our results improve, yes, but more importantly, our identity changes.
Identity again. That word is very important in this episode.
Yes, when you repeatedly act despite low motivation, you start to see yourself as reliable.
Reliable to other people and to yourself.
Exactly. And that creates deep confidence, not the kind that depends on mood, but the kind that depends on proof.
Proof from your own actions.
Yes, you can look back and say, I didn't feel like it, but I still did it. That memory becomes strength.
I think many people are waiting to feel confident before they take action, but maybe confidence is built in these small, uncomfortable moments.
I agree. Confidence is built when no one is watching, when you choose effort over excuses.
Let's make it very practical before we end. If someone wants to apply this idea starting tomorrow, what are 3 simple steps?
Okay, step 1. Choose one important task for the day. Only one, not 10 things.
Keep it simple.
Yes. Step 2, decide a very small starting point. For example, work on it for 10 minutes.
Not until it's finished, just 10 minutes.
Exactly. Step 3, do it at the planned time, even if your mood says no.
And after 10 minutes?
You can stop if you truly need to, but many times you will continue.
That sounds realistic.
And very important, after you finish, take 5 seconds to recognize your effort.
Recognize it how?
Just say in your mind, good job, I showed up.
That feels small but meaningful.
It trains your brain to connect effort with positive emotion.
I like that, because if everything feels like pressure, we will quit.
Exactly. Discipline should feel empowering, not punishing.
I want to talk about balance for a moment. Doing things when we don't feel like it is powerful, but how do we avoid burnout?
Good question. We must listen to our body honestly. There is a difference between laziness and real exhaustion.
So sometimes rest is the right action.
Yes, rest can also be disciplined if it is planned and healthy.
That's an interesting way to see it. Rest is not weakness.
Not at all. The key is intention. Are you resting to recover or escaping responsibility?
That requires self-awareness.
Yes, and self-awareness grows with practice too.
Before we close, I want everyone listening to think of one thing they've been delaying. Just one.
Don't think about the whole project, just the first small step.
Maybe sending one email, writing one paragraph, washing 5 dishes.
Whatever it is, decide when you will do it, not someday. Choose a time.
And when that time comes, act. Even if you don't feel ready.
Because action is stronger than mood.
And every time you act, you build a stronger version of yourself.
A version that is calm, steady, and dependable.
That is real power. Not loud motivation, not perfect energy, but quiet consistency.
Doing what matters, even on ordinary days.
Thank you so much for staying with us until the end of this episode.
We truly appreciate your time and your focus.
If this conversation helped you, please subscribe to our podcast.
And feel free to leave a comment. Tell us one thing you will do today, even if you don't feel like it.
We would love to hear from you.
See you in the next episode.
Take care and keep showing up for yourself, one small action at a time.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe the channel to find out what's more interesting.